Hello, friends, countrymen, viewers, and associates. Welcome back. You are watching the Fwipp Road Trip. Joining me for this lovely 5-hour drive where coffee keeps us awake the whole time. We've eaten at least 2 muffins, at least an entire bag of sour cream and onion, and there's some sort of New York cheddar left to be opened. Where we're driving 110 and in a 110 zone, and people are still passing me by 30 kilometers, and it makes me feel weird. Anyway, we are probably literally just like 5 minutes since I recorded the last thingamajig, but I figured this is fun. It's killing the time really damn well. And I got a topic to talk about. Loneliness. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Loneliness is like... oh my god, it's something that painters have been painting about, writers have been writing about, and people have been offing themselves over. Ever since people realized, hey, I want a friend. I'll tell you what's lonely. And I've thought about this a lot. Just walking outside on the road with no cars around. I mean, there's cars now, but picture it. Pretend that it's nighttime right now. I will tell you what true loneliness is, friends. True loneliness is being awake in an empty dorm room at university, looking out your window and realizing everybody else in the city, although the lights are on, their houses are off. They are sleeping. I am not. Insomnia is the worst thing in the world. Oh my god. But at the same time, if it's a quiet summer's evening and you're just walking by yourself, it can be really nice and reflective. It's weird being lonely, you know? Just sometimes being alone is cool. It's true. It's weird. It's strange. I remember reading somewhere, probably in a bathroom reader, that, you know, just the sole fact that on the one hand people are lonely, and on the other hand there's something called solitude, which is like the joy of being alone. Like, that makes a lot of sense, right? We are walking oxymorons as humans. We like being alone, we like being in company, and you know what? Even when you go somewhere to spend time with someone for a long time, eventually you get a little sick of them, don't you? You know what I'm talking about. And yet, in life, you think, oh my gosh, the worst fear in the world is dying alone, because then nobody can suffer with me. Or at least join in my silly laughter, or like the weird things that I notice, like, hey, that's a really cute ditch over there. You know, hey, there's a bird that crawled up that drain pipe and died. You know, somebody needs to be aware of the creepy things that I see, right? Can't just be me, because that can't, there's no relative value if it's only me, you know, because that sucks. That just plain sucks. No, loneliness is weird, you know? It's like at different points in your life, you'll just deal with it or not. But society also makes you think, hey, everybody's becoming a couple in, like, high school. You know, why not me, right? There must be something I'm lacking because people don't like you. That's not true. That's not true at all. When people say that the right one for you is out there, what they should have said is, be friends with people. Friends are freaking great. Especially because if you start dating people and then they don't like you anymore, you don't have any friends. It's horrible, right? Sometimes people aren't meant to be in intimate relationships, okay? Sometimes just friends is just plain great when you think about it. Now, I'm not trying to put anybody down, because honestly, if you guys are just, you know, testing things out, why can't you be a little bit more than friends? That's not to say that that's so bad either. Why am I talking about relationships? I'm supposed to be talking about loneliness. I know they... you know, maybe 2 sides of the same toonie, but not exactly. No, not exactly. Although, I do remember at least once going for a strange walk through the back roads of a town on these little walking paths, and then actually finding things like a cute river and a beaver. And then not that long ago, I went for a walk in the woods and saw a porcupine. Now, I don't know if I would take anybody down by the shore where I went, because there certainly wasn't a lot of walking room. But wasn't there something to it where, you know, at the very least, I'm putting on the internet to be shared. You know, sharing it with somebody else would have been better? Relationships are weird like that. And so is loneliness. Because what's the point of making art? Is it trying to be immortal? Because, well, honestly, even ancient Egypt is dead. You know, their art still is around, but can we say that was really immortality? Because, you know, the pyramids are falling apart, right? Even if you built them, they ain't lasting forever. I might write great poetry, I might, you know, sing a good song, but nothing we do really lasts. No, I've realized now from seeing what some other performers on YouTube do, you although playing games can be a lot of fun, just being able to say that I'm doing something that has value is great. Turning something terrible into something great. That'd be nice. If it helps anybody out there, then hey, wasn't that the point all along? Helping people? Aren't I supposed to be a good person? Oh well. Seriously now, if you were walking down this road, would you feel lonely? Or would you feel great? Right? Because it's a warm evening out there. It's certainly not, snowing. It's not raining. But it's perspective. It all comes down to perspective. Which is funny, because I suppose that means if you're having a good or a bad day, it's all up to you. Let's put some lights on. Why not? I'm the only one out here anyway. Unless lights attract deer. My girlfriend said I always thought I would be a cat lady. Is that why people get pets? So they won't be alone? I mean, sometimes your pets can be there for you. But isn't that just a cure for loneliness rather than, true getting out of the system? I think people suffer from loneliness. I'd say it's something you suffer from. I mean, if depression is not an issue in the world, what is it, right? I'm a very... Oh boy, and there goes the engine light. Every time I go on these big trips, that thing comes on and I don't know why. Dangerous, ain't it? A little. But hey, what's a little danger when you're heading down the highway by yourself? Someone's got to get me there and back, and at least I can do it in my own car. Moncton, 42 kilometers, that's good. I got like an hour left. Killing time. It's funny though, because you think you can think of your best ideas when you're alone. You don't want to give all your time up to somebody else, because then where does inspiration come from? Because you're just spending all your time with them, right? It's weird. I remember seeing something online which said the best thing about being in a relationship is being alone together, and it showed a picture of two people, right? Somebody's texting on their phone, the other person's playing a video game. They're both alone, they're in their rooms and they're sad. And then they're a couple, and the guy's, playing his video game on the couch, and the girl is laying against him, still texting on her phone. They're doing the exact same thing, but they're all smiles. Isn't that true? It's weird, trying to be alone together. Reminds me of that song from Spam-A-Lot. Together we are all alone. It's great. Right. I haven't been on many road trips. I've been on more road trips alone than I have been with other people. Not that you guys aren't people. Oh, no, don't let me insult the user database here. No, far from that. Well, I figure the biggest cure for loneliness actually is talk to yourself. Write down notes for what you're going to do later, try and draw inspiration from things, that sort of deal. I don't know, those sorts of things. I guess I'll talk to you later. This one's come to a close. Hope you got something out of this. A few words to talk about, little ramblings. Let me know in the comments, since I can talk back to you now, if this is a good idea, a bad one, or whatever. Fwipp, we'll see you later. Ciao!